Man, oh man, here we are. And I did a few years ago, I was doing a bunch of card readings, right? This one kept coming up. It came up in the Trump returns. And card reading, this is why I don't card read for people because they take time. It showed me the future. And the reason I had to do the card reading so I could peer into the future and then come back and, like I said, arrows from my quiver, pull them out and then show you what I saw. Okay? I saw that there was a veil and it would eventually be lifted. And so I have to look for signs. And in that Trump card reading, it was an orange Phoenix card. It was a Phoenix card. So something had to die to be rebirthed. That was him. But when he came, the information was going to come and the veil was going to be lifted, right? So I've been steady watching everything step into place, right? Because when I manifested these card readings, I manifested it for the universe, all right? I put it in play. It told me what it was going to do. I said, I'm with the light. I'm with the positive. I'm not with the dark. Okay. I understand the dark is there, but it's not. And so now, see that little card right there? That's a bluebird. That's the bluebird of enlightenment. And there's a major sign that got dropped, and it's Elon. I did his card reading. It said he knows both sides and he's here to help. And so he bought Twitter, one of their biggest weapons, okay, to silence what? Free speech. This is the war of the whispers. This is me talking to you, you talking to your friend. The number one thing that sells if you work in the sales department is word of mouth. It's your neighbor telling you to go to this mechanic or go see this movie. That's the number one thing, okay? So now we have Twitter, the bird of enlightenment that's coming. And what is it going to show us? The attack. You see it? That's the attack. The attack. The dark cloud is going to be lifted, and we're going to see what's been attacked. And nobody, I mean nobody, has shown us the attack like Kanye West. He put himself out there and said, here I am. I'm going to sacrifice my thing because Kanye West is connected to the cabal. And Kanye West and his wife, I did his card reading. I pulled the moon card where there's a woman, the moon card is staring at the mask because they are the puppets. They are the controlled puppets. And Kanye is showing you exactly who they are. And he knew his words. He's a words craftsman. That's why he knows how to craft the words. They knew he was going to come. They knew he was coming. They even tried to knock him off his rails. Probably why he had the car accident, broke his jaw and all that. The same thing was happening to me. And this is when I first saw the cabal. I've talked about this story, how I started to create music. And I found out eventually that it went to my family. Whatever this thing is, it will go to your family, just like it did to Kanye. He found out his wife, he walked in a room and saw Kim on a Zoom meeting with basketball players, professional actors, the Bill and Hillary Clinton Foundation. Bill and Hillary were there. They were giving them their lines. And it was so funny there because I was off today and I just sat and I chilled and I was watching Anomaly and he just came out with the 2020 reaction from all the actors. Ben Stiller, uh, all of them. He had Steph Curry, and they're all on this thing telling you to stay 6 feet apart. I mean, they didn't even look. They looked miserable having to repeat it. But that's what happens when you sign when you sign the deal with the devil or with these corrupt companies. You got to take that trip to Epstein Island. You got to do what you got to do, and then when they come calling, you got to fall in line. And that's what these puppets did over 2020. Now it's starting to come. That's why I said over the last 2 years, your 6-shooter ain't your gun, it's your phone. Pull that thing out, record, keep it, and save it, because eventually the curtain is going to be unlifted, and the veil has been unlifted. You see that? That's how the tarot works. That little bluebird of enlightenment has shined bright. And now we're going to see the attack because Twitter, let's see how many bots have they used to control everything. You see how everything's aligning? That's how it works. When you open yourself up to the expansion of the universe and you start reading tarot. I can't read tarot personally because sometimes if I give somebody a tarot card reading, sometimes they sway it or they don't understand. These things take time and you have to look for signs, and that's the way the universe can work. And that's why they have to own all the puppets. They have to own Hollywood. They have to own Dave Chappelle. They have to own Kanye West. And when you're not owned, they can see it. So now look at the lashing they're getting. Who is lashing Kanye? Who lashed Dave Chappelle? Who lashed that Cat Williams? Cat Williams, what did he say? He said there's a club and he don't want to join it. Dave Chappelle, at the same time the club was coming together because they peek ahead and they saw this very moment was coming, and it scared the hell out of the cabal, and they are now crumbling. You can look at it now. Now I'm just pointing stuff out. Look at that. Look at that. And by the way, getting dropped by Adidas and Gap was no thing for Kanye. Now he's free. Those people owned him. That was the cabal. That was the corporation. Okay? Adidas, you are a one-hit wonder. You made a shell toe with 3 stripes on the side, and then Run DMC made it famous back in the 80s. I've never gone to the store and be like, I need those shoes. I need those Adidas. I need some Adidas. No. I found you on clearance racks at Ross or Marshalls or whatever. But it needed one thing. It needed a shell toe and needed 3 stripes on the side, and then a little different paint job, because all you do is repaint all that one hit wonder. All right, and then you buy wrappers to sell your stuff. All right. As far as the Gap goes, you want to walk around looking like a 90s sitcom, like you Seinfeld with your little collared shirt tucked into your jeans, or you want to walk around like what was them 2 dudes from Friends? I can't remember their name. Remember the 2 dudes, Joey and the other guy, Chandler, Joey and Chandler? That's Joey and Chandler. You walk around looking like a 90s sitcom when you come looking fresh from the Gap, all right? Who the hell? I didn't even know the Gap was around. I was like, the Gap? He had a contract with the Gap? What the hell? Because that's the corporations, all right? That's the whole corporations. They probably own Marshalls, and I don't know. It doesn't matter. There's not that many of them, right? There's only 6. What did Dave Chappelle say when he came back and kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit? He says there's only 6 agencies for hiring actors. They got that thing on lock, and those are the puppets. And Dave Chappelle ain't been the same since he come back. He don't look the same. Now he's over there partying at Will Smith, the smack heard around the world guy. All right, yeah. And he's back on with his money. Maybe he just said, I don't care. Yeah. Your jokes ain't as funny either. You ain't as sharp, you ain't as skinny, your eyes look bugged out. But whatever, I still like Dave Chappelle. Just saying. Just an observance. All right? You over there with that token one white guy they had at the party, okay? It's okay to say white, but if you said the other ethnicity that Kanye said, you might be onto something there. You know, when they freak out, the cabal, you're over the target. So now, use Kanye as an example of what to look at to see how the cabal uses and pushes its puppets to push its agenda, to see how they control. And actually in 2020, we're able to shut down most of the world. Who did they use? Robert De Niro? Yeah. JoJo for singing? Yeah. Steph Curry? That's why Steph Curry had to go. Instead of talking about how they won the championship, he talked about that grinder girl over there in Russia. Said it was an atrocity. Steph Curry, she pled guilty, bro. Were you on the same video chat with Kim Kardashian and the Bill Clinton family, who's trying to get back into power, and all the Bushes and all them, and the Chris Paul and all them earlier that day being hand-fed your lines just like you were in that video where you were telling everybody to shut it down? Yeah, we can see you now. You can see it now. And it's going to get even more and more available as the little bluebird of enlightenment shines bright. With that being said, peace.